So if you're a business owner doing north of 20K per month, you want to get to those 50K, 100K months, then this is a video for you, especially if you want to do it all without having to do tons and tons of cold outreach or rely on paid ads that are going to be killing your profit in the long term. So I'm going to show you the exact system that I actually did myself and I used to help my own business, my own offer, grow from 20K to 40K to 90K per month, all within the span of 4 months. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is how to grow on YouTube and attract high-paying clients. The complete system for turning your YouTube into your number one client acquisition engine with no paid ads or no cold outreach required. This is all how it works, right? And as a side note, I don't want you to think of a YouTube channel just as something to grow your audience as in top of funnel. Obviously, it helps a lot with that as well, but it also helps so much with kind of like middle of funnel, or when people are about to get on the call, you send them some assets from your YouTube, and this is going to warm them up so much more. This is going to break down those objections and break down people just being overly skeptical. So if you're experiencing something like that, this is also going to be very, very important. So a little bit more about, I guess, who I am, what I've been able to do with my own channel. So as you can see, 16 million views overall. That's just on YouTube. Almost like nearly 100K in estimated revenue right now, just from YouTube as well. So YouTube is also one of the only platforms that's going to pay you actually pretty well, right? 6 figures just from uploading content. In 12 months, we hit 1.51 million. And then this is my channel right here. As you can see, 212,000 subscribers, millions of views. That's how it looks like, right? So now it's not just about views. I don't want you to think it's just about, going viral, especially if you are in B2B. It's actually the opposite. It's about building a small audience of highly qualified people. But this still works for that as well. And even for the clients that we've helped, like all these videos are from us as well. So he was on average getting like 500 views on his videos within the first 4 days, sometimes like 1,000. And this one in particular that we actually made these top 2 right here, 5K views and 2.8K views out of his last 10 uploads. And then also in his analytics, YouTube was just pointing out how his views are up 189% due to more interest in one of his videos. So again, we've been able to not only do this for ourselves, but also other people as well, because it's just a system, right? You implement the system in a business and it's just going to work, right? What works at one, point is going to work somewhere else as well. And it's going to be the easiest pipeline you've ever built, or at least that's the goal. This is for businesses who are already, like I said, making 20K per month. You have a proven offer, you have sales systems that work, and you're not just getting enough of the right leads, right? If you just want more leads in the business and more of the right leads, and you even want to take the leads that you're getting and make them shorten the sales cycle, make it even quicker for them to actually hop on a call and close. If you're starting from absolute zero, it's still stuff that's going to work, but of course it's going to take a bit longer. You're still going to have to figure out your offer and things on the way as well. So the big insight, I guess, that I have is that YouTube views really are not like any other types of views. So this here screenshot on the left is literally me getting over 1 million views on Instagram in 30 days. And I've gotten must have been at least over 10 million, right? Even close to 100 million Instagram views. And almost none of them converted from sales. I almost have never heard anybody say, bro, I found you from Instagram. And if they have ever found me from Instagram, there is a 100% chance, I'm not even 100% chance they have looked at YouTube before, right? Pretty much every single time. So on YouTube, users actually type something into search. On Instagram, it's just like zombie doom scrolling, right? Same with TikTok or any other short form platform, right? So by the time a YouTube viewer actually reaches out, they already know you, they trust you, and they have already sold themselves. They're not even calling to learn more, they're calling just to buy straight up. And in order to make this happen, right, get viewers and actually get people to want to hop on a call and talk with you, the real game is watch time and engagement. Now, obviously, the main outcome we want is finances, is money. You can't pay your rent with watch time or views or engagement. It doesn't really matter. But, right, you trying to monetize a YouTube where you're just focused on views is like trying to withdraw from an empty bank account. It's basically not going to happen because you're just not optimizing for the right things, right? It's the same with ads. It's the same with any other medium in business. It's the same with cold outreach. You have to make sure that you are optimizing for watch time and engagement, which is very different than optimizing for views. If you optimize for views, all you're going to do is copy like the biggest channels that you see, but they're playing a completely different game. So that is also not what you want to do. YouTube makes money when people watch. So they push videos that hold attention. The 2 metrics that matter the most are average view duration. So how long someone stays on your video, The longer duration means that they have more algorithm push. And the next one is click-through rate. So how many people are actually seeing your video and clicking through to it? This is by making sure that the videos are relevant to them, right? Just making sure that they're highly relevant. A really easy way to do that is to look at other proven videos. Like I said, there's a difference between copying the top people in your space and then looking for proven videos. There's a little bit more different. So when both metrics are strong, YouTube pushes your video farther, more people watch for longer, and it compounds over time. Analytics will look flat for a while, right? Then suddenly spike, kind of like the screenshot that I just showed you there with my client. That's the algorithm recognizing a winner and then pouring more fuel on it. Watch time isn't just about good content, but about engineering your videos to keep people watching on purpose. Now, note, right, this is a really huge note, is that watch time does not mean retention. I see a lot of people make this mistake where they have to focus on, they're like, oh man, why is my retention graph so low? I want like 80% of people to be watching into the end of the video. So this has been my most viewed video. This is one that got 2 million views. It's a free 4-hour course. And the everything here is really strong, right? Even to this very day, it gets like 300 views a day, and I uploaded it like 2 years ago. 3 years ago at this point, almost. Back in 2023 is when I uploaded it. Now it's 2026. And something funny to note is that over here, the retention graph is awful. So in the first 30 seconds, 69% of people are still watching, which is above typical. YouTube points out in the analytics. But you start going over a couple of hours, we got 3%, 2%, 1% of people who are still watching. But it doesn't matter. The reason that it actually still did really well is because the average view duration is 10 minutes. People watch for at least 10 minutes on average. And that's huge. If you have a 10-minute video, you're never going to get an average of 10 minutes of view time, because that means that everybody would have to view the whole thing, every single person who ever clicked it. So a great way to just pile on watch time and push your video to more people is to just make longer videos. Instead of 10-minute video, make a 15-minute, a 20-minute, a 30-minute, a 1 hour, a 2 hour. I've absolutely spammed like 1 hour and 2 hour videos, and they crush every single time. We're going to talk a little bit more about that as we go on as well. But just a big note there, watch time does not equal retention, so don't make that mistake. Now, the next big piece of the system is going to be mid-roll and micro CTAs, right? Converting while they actually watch. So like I was talking about, most channels might put like one CTA at the end, but almost nobody is going to be watching it. And it's like all your CTAs are going to be right there in the end. You want more people to watch more of your videos, to download a free lead magnet, and to work with you. So I see at the end of the video, people are like, okay, guys, before you go, I'm going to give you all my offers right now. People have already clicked off, right? I noticed that at the end of a video, if I even say something like, all right, guys, that's it. Retention gone. Everybody's already gone. And that's when you're making your offer. That's when you're saying things. So instead, I like to have this sort of approach, right? Where it's like almost like a tiered system of CTAs. So at the 20 to 30% mark, a third of the way through the video, the viewer is committed. So a low friction ask like, a free lead magnet or a free community, or even telling them to like do something like the video, subscribe next, because this is what I'm going to be talking about in the next video. Very, very effective. Next is the halfway point, right? You go a little bit deeper. I talk about this more on LinkedIn, which is linked in the description down below. Very short one as well. And then finally, at the end of the video, you might want to make a bigger ask. Now, this is, again, not a cookie cutter for every single person. The glorious part about like YouTube videos is that you just get to test them over and over again. You get to test different approaches, change things, and see which ones work. Because at the end of the day, people's audiences are as unique as them, right? So the overall first principles are going to work from channel to channel, but there are some, I guess, split tests, you could say, that we can make along the way. End of the video, you make a bigger ask. Book a call, check out the offer, or whatever your primary conversion is. Side note, if you guys want to have me implement this whole entire system, me and my team, done for you into your business, so like all you have to do is spend maybe 30 minutes a week on YouTube and still close high-ticket clients from it consistently, then the link for that is down below as well. See what I did there? So the retention strategy as well, the binge-worthiness and playlist as a weapon. This one is absolutely huge, right? Having playlists. I see people sometimes, right? And I really do study this a lot. I'll go study people's YouTube channels, people who are obviously trying to grow their YouTube channel and trying to actually make their YouTube into a client closing machine. They might have posted like 100 videos. Like they're going like 2 or 3 videos a week, posting like crazy, but they don't even have a playlist. They don't even have a playlist. It's kind of like any other channel, right? LinkedIn, Instagram. If you're watching this, I'm going to assume that you have one of those channels down. You have one of them down pat, or maybe it's cold outreach, whatever it is. But the problem is that if you don't have your profile optimized before people get to it, then you are literally just missing out. You're straight up missing out. It's the same with ads as well. If you don't have things optimized before you start pushing volume into it, then you're just doing unnecessary work and you're not getting the most results for that work. And it's the same with YouTube. If people come to your YouTube, they don't see any playlists, it's not optimized for when people actually land on it, then you're going to miss out on a bunch of people. YouTube rewards channels that keep people watching multiple videos in a row. Right? This is more like called session time. If they have longer sessions on your channel, then YouTube's going to push your channel more because they are incentivized to show more people ads. Treating your channel as a destination and not a one-off result. Playlists are the binge engine. So think in terms of series, right? A series growth. Each video answers one question that naturally leads to the next. And the next is auto cue. So when someone's watching a playlist, the next video in the playlist is going to automatically play after they're done with the current video. This is huge because otherwise it autoplay is either off or it's going to autoplay to a same topic but different creator on that channel, which is not what you want. Next is channel-wide algorithm boost. If, again, YouTube just sees they're going from video to video to video, now you're going to show up on their homepage more. You're going to show up on their results just way more often, right? So the way to do this is by using a spectrum of videos. There's not one certain video that's always going to do the best every single time. Now, there is one type of video that has done way better than all the other types of videos, not only in views, but also in conversions, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. But it still needs all these supporting videos as well. So to go through them, number one is the converter video, the YouTube converter video. These are 1 to 4 hour videos. I've done 8-hour videos. I've done 16-hour free courses on my channel, which, I mean, I lost some sleep over. That's the thing, is that this is the cost, right? Everything in business is a cost. The cost to a YouTube converter video is that you got to create the slides, you got to record everything, you got to edit all the videos. And it is costly at the end of the day. It is something that's going to be costly, but it's still more well than worth it. YouTube is just a competition of whoever can do the most things that other people don't want to do. And this is one of them for sure, the converter video. But they absolutely cook every single time. And when a lot of people, or just a decent size of people, right? Because again, if you have a B2B business, the goal is not to go viral. But if you have an audience that likes watching a longer form video like that, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, then you have permission, or you've at least hit it so that you know that you can do it again. You have proven the model, you've proven that it works. So you just do it and you do it and you do it and you milk it. I see people just do like 1 or 2 of these. Dude, I've done so many of these. I've probably like 1 to 2 dozen at this point. And most of the time I get over 100K views, we get tens of thousands of views. They're outliers every single time, without doubt. So next is search term videos. These are really useful as well, because these are going to reach the people who are like almost like ready to buy. Like they're the warmest audience that you can get. A video meant to show people, have you show up in search that optimizes for people in your ideal client profile. Now I have a bunch of examples here I'm going to show you as well in a second. Next is micro viral. I call it micro viral because it is not Mr. Beast viral, right? We're not trying to do a Squid Games remake. These just capitalize on a trend or a common topic that will grow your audience, right? That's the idea. This one is the audience grower. A good example is a lot of the videos that like Dan Martell might do. That's like, I'm going to delete your anxiety in 57 seconds. It's not something that's going to convert many people. It's 57 seconds, but it's probably something that's going to get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. Now, if you do the same thing, there's a really good chance it'll flop, right? I've tried to do this many times and it has flopped, but still they're worth testing, right? That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing in marketing in general. You're not trying to figure out what's going to work because you don't actually know until the market is the one that tests it out. So you just got to think, is this actually worth testing? Microviral, definitely worth testing. Finally, is the one that is going to get the most conversions, usually not the most amount of views, but still lots of conversions, which is the social proof and case study. So straightforward videos going over results that you've gotten for clients. It can be client interview style or just breakdown style. So you can get the client that you had actually here on a Zoom call, chop it up, right? Talk about their struggles, what actually helped them win. And of course, this is very powerful for getting people to want to book calls with you and getting warm leads. So some more examples. The first one is the converter videos. Like I said, absolutely milked it. So this is my free 4-hour course, 2 million views on that one. My next one, almost 1 million views. My next one, 800,000 views. And they were all taken about a year apart, give or take. And then a bunch down here more that basically all got over 100K views. And there's even more. Like I'm still doing them to this very day. They still get tens of thousands of views. What is the last one? I think the last one I did got like 30,000 views. And that's a bad video, right? 30,000 is like quote unquote like a flop, still got tons of clients even just from that. Next is search term videos. So I did this. This is another thing that I milk, right? YouTube is easy. You find something that works and you run it. So these, for example, 2,000 comments in instant. So these videos is just what is copywriting, right? That's the title. What is copywriting is at the beginning of every single one. These last two are titled, I think, the exact same thing. What is copywriting tutorial for beginners? These bottom ones got 100,000 views. This top one got 800,000 views. So just having a search term, again, is very effective, right? So to look into these analytics a little bit more, 84% of the views actually of this 100,000, like 84,000 people basically found this just through the search term. So it's just showing up in search as well. I have the most viewed copywriting video on all of YouTube, and showing up in search is more than just using the search term. Right? It's a lot more than that. You have to engineer everything from the title to the description to the tags to the things that you're even saying in the video. These have to be very intentional if you're actually going to make them work. Next is micro viral. So, for example, this is a video that I did about Iman Gadzi getting WAP, and which is something that was very popular about 11 months ago, a year ago. It's just something that's going to expose me to a different crowd, right? And it might not even be my most viewed video, right? Because it's definitely not my most viewed video by any means. But the people who are going to watch this are usually people who aren't watching me, right? It's something that other people watch, or somebody else's audience, or something about a certain tool or a certain AI software that I'll make a video about that more people want to watch and look and know more about. The next is social proof and case study videos. So pretty straightforward. I have this in a playlist right here. This playlist itself got 26,000 views. That's 26,000 people just watching me, how I'm making money for a whole bunch of other people, how people are hitting big numbers as well, and their stories and some of the things that they have to say. So all types of videos that you want to rotate throughout your channel. Some of them might work better than others, but again, I like to compare it to ads. It's very analogous. You find different winners. You find things that are really, really working for your channel, and you just hit it. You just hit it and hit it and hit it. Sometimes people feel like, well, I don't want to make the same video, or they're kind of worried about, like, what if I sound repetitive? It's like, brother, this is this is business here. You gotta, if you do something in business that's going to produce you cash, you have to keep hitting it. The back end is just as important than all of these videos, and this is what really separates, I guess, what we do versus, I guess, what other people are kind of advertising. It's not just about getting you views. It's not just about editing the videos for you. We are somebody who's done it ourselves, right? Whereas other people with their businesses, they might have, created these videos for other businesses, and they get views, and then the business handles everything else from there. We know everything from the tip front end to the tip of the back end, to the ascensions, to absolutely everything, to the fulfillment. So having the back end machine is going to be so important, right? Because it all feeds off of each other. So, for example, I push people from the YouTube video over to the free communities. I have over 100,000 people in the free Discord and the free school communities. I also have a 150,000 people email list. So I push them over there. Every time I upload a video on YouTube, I promote them on the free communities and in the free in the newsletter. So what that creates, right, is people are coming from email, right, and they're coming from Instagram as well, which is one of my other channels. And if YouTube sees that you're getting views from other platforms over to their platform, again, they're going to reward you even more. You just have to kind of understand not only just like the algorithm, but YouTube's incentives. YouTube is incentivized to have people on the platform for a long time so they can watch ads, and it's incentivized for people to come from other channels. So if someone's already on YouTube, that's going to be maybe worth one view to YouTube. But if someone comes from a different channel, that might be worth 1.5 amount, right? So they like to see that sort of thing. So email list I talked about, Instagram I talked about, LinkedIn very underrated. So especially for B2B, it's like if you're posting these videos on your LinkedIn, people are now getting actually more exposed to you. You have a way higher chance of getting a highly qualified and highly qualified, maybe just small, not small, but curated, a very curated audience. And that's really going to help you in the long term as well. Same thing, push people to your LinkedIn, and also LinkedIn people over to YouTube. P.S. My LinkedIn is linked in down below in the description if you want to check out more of my posts as well. So the compounding effect. This is the big idea. Every video you post makes the next one more powerful, and every subscriber makes next video reach even farther. Every email list subscriber becomes a viewer for every future video that you post. Right? It's like a whole system. This is one of the biggest things to just grow your organic in general. On other platforms, a post will die in like 24 hours. You're renting the attention, but you're paying full price. But with YouTube, a video posted 2 years ago, that I posted 2 years ago, still gets me leads today, still gets me closes today. My most viewed videos still gets thousands of views every single week. I've already showed you the analytics. They're still booking calls and still generating revenue. And I'm not even doing anything. I already made the video like years ago, not even, I was about to say months, years ago. Business owners who commit to building assets instead of chasing the next platform or the next hack or whatever kind of AI trickery I can do, end up with something that works for them instead of the other way around. This is why every single big business owner is going all in on organic. Why do you think Hormozi not only is posting like crazy on his own main YouTube, he also created a branched off version of his YouTube, which is just like Hormozi Highlights, I believe it's called. Right? Plus every other business influencer you know, bro, they're all going as hard as they can on YouTube content, because YouTube is just the future. That's where people want to go to learn, to actually educate themselves. So with all that being said, you watch some of the other videos here on this channel. I have my LinkedIn link down below if you want to see more posts and more videos just like this one. And if you want to work with me and have me and my team actually do this whole thing for you, and from the editing to the scripting to the YouTube strategy and everything in between, the video or the link for that is also down below. You can book a call with me. Anyways, that's all for now, and I'll see you guys on the next one.